This is our great-grandma Scott's Bible, and I had it rebound.
Wait a minute, when you're talking about great-grandma, who are we talking about?
My great-grandma,
Who, your great-grandma?
yes.
Whoa.
Okay, so it'd be my great-grandma too.
That's right.
It is Elmira
Still
Scott,
comprehending.
who was the mother of our Alvin Scott,
Okay,
who was the father of Ruth Scott.
yeah.
And who was the mother of Julian. So the old guy that did this practically cried when I went to pick it up. He said, "I love these old Bibles." And I was, it looks new, you know.
Tremendous shape.
Yeah, he really did a very professional job. You can see how he did all these. But there are so many valuable things in here. Handwritten notes by scriptures, the things every Bible reader should know, a day's journey was, the First Amendment to the Constitution, and the writing, you know, it's beautiful. I cherish it. He wasn't going to charge me, but, you know, anyway, I paid him $100.
Let me look at
You pass it around. The other things I have our Grandma and Grandpa Scott's original wedding certificate. And then this is our great grandma, this Winfield Scott's and Elmira March. Their certificate.
No, I just want to make sure you don't crease that. There you
Okay. This is Grandma Mary Scott's, my grandma, your grandma. These are her two of her 5-year diaries. That just have little things that are, you know, I
Wow.
washed my kitchen and very warm day, and about the flowers and how much the beans sold for. And
How do we get that to be
You can scan stuff like that in.
everybody's hands?
Yeah, you can scan that in. It would take a
Because, I
long
mean,
time, but you do it.
That's from a, you know,
that,
family
you know,
standpoint, that's invaluable.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And most of these, like today I helped Ruth can beans and applesauce,
Ben.
5 days, something threshed. Oh, they threshed wheat, which went for 97 cents a bushel. And that was in 1951. And it's just got all that kind of stuff. The other things, oh, this is just,
Joel, can I ask, is all of Aunt Ruth's brothers, siblings gone?
yes, yeah. Yep. Roscoe was her twin brother. Well, this is taken from the little book I contributed to Pioneer Pentecostal Women, and I wrote Mom's portion, and these are taken from that. And I actually made copies, I thought, for people in your family, and I still can make more copies for anyone who's interested. Some of you have this book, so, but it's an interesting story that there were like two cultures that met. The Scots were very proper, very interested in farming and investments and doing well. You know, that was a big deal. And they lived a very proper life.
Grandma Scott's favorite phrase was what this: something accomplished, something done, earns a night's repose.
Yes,
Yeah, so that's the kind of lady she was.
Yeah.
And that's, the way I said it was the kind of lady she was.
Yeah.
Something.
Let me just interject a little thing. Your grandpa was my school bus driver.
He was.
He brought the first bus to Idaho.
Yeah.
He was in, went back and got it in Illinois, I believe, and drove it out here and farmed the bus out.
And he also was one of the first farmers in Idaho to have a car. So some of these things are in here. They're not like documented, like certain dates, but a lot of that general information is in there. Here's notes on my grandma Scott was a Paul. Her name was Paul. And here's some notes on the Paul family. And, okay. This is my letter to Brent. Brent Rome also did a little history on this. I don't know, that was quite a long time ago, but.
Brent did history on what?
Okay, he asked me on the Scots. He
Okay.
was doing some of his own history. And so this is a note that I wrote to Brent.
Be in touch with Brent.
Mm-hmm. You know that.
Yeah. Okay. And that was a copy of my letter to him. Anyway, and so here are notes on the Paul family, if you would. And I'll tell you, some of these things I wouldn't part with, and other things I would like to share with anyone who would be, you know, interested.
How
I'm
do
one
how
of
do
those.
we part with your unpartable stuff for a short period of time?
I might, if you give a pint of blood or something.
Poke me, baby.
No, I would.
Well, again, the
No.
principle of what we're trying to get at is, there's a lot of information that everybody has, and if we can get it
Yes.
into a central and get it in digital and get it back to everybody, everybody then benefits.
Yeah.
And I know it's,
And I have really, you're all welcome to look at it, and I have thought I would trust you with these things. Now, Grandma Scott didn't know the names of everybody, and she told me a lot of names, and in the arrogance of youth, I thought I would never forget who they are, and there's nothing written on the back. Now, some of them I do recognize. This is Aunt Joy and Uncle Wesley. And Aunt Joy was her sister. And then there's pictures of all kinds of other people, but probably of more interest to most of you. Oh, here's a picture of Elmira March Scott. And did she show up on one of these? No, she wouldn't show up on that one. She was the mother. Anyway. The Marches and Hunts and Pauls were all part of the family names. Probably, you can all look at all of these.
Elmira's on this one that
Yeah,
Michelle gave
yeah,
What's that?
I've got, we've got it to Elmira, but that's as far as it goes, right?
us. No,
If she's on there.
On the March line, isn't Elmira the last one on the March line?
no, it's Jacob and Harriet.
Okay, yeah.
Here's some dear old tin types. Elmer and Alvin. Alvin was our grandpa. And this is Alvin Scott when he was baby. They didn't call them tin types. I mean, they're not, what do they call them? Durago types or something like that. Anyway, you're welcome to look at them all. Maybe the most valuable to some of you would be all of these little documents. Sarah March dies at 80. Monday, November the 28th. I don't know what, but anyway, you're all welcome to look at them. The ones I've thought in my head, what would Gloria want? You know, because I'm not going to be here forever. And I would like for the Bible. I think, huh?
Right here.
Okay, but you know, those are the only things that I would, that, and maybe this, I don't think I have, and Grandma's diaries, because those were kind of her personal gift to me. But the rest, probably all of these kinds of things we should put together in one area, and nobody's gonna have time to read them at this moment, but take a look and,
What a treasure.
Yes.
it is a
Have you
treasure.
read her diary?
Huh?
Have you read through her diary?
Yes.
Is there not dates, or does she put dates and stuff in her diary?
Well, the diaries are 5-year diaries, so they're just small comments on every day. But I remember I read the one, I think it's in the other diary, how, when Grandpa died. And I never thought much about their relationship. But, I mean, you don't think about your grandma and grandpa's relationship. They didn't seem really that connected to me. I remember how Grandma got us kids all ready to go to Sunday school. We went with our cousins to the Nazarene church there in where was it, Kimberly. Anyway, Grandma gave us all a dime to put in the Sunday school offering. And she said, you don't need to mention this to Grandpa, because he's kind of tight. Tight. And when we all got in the car, and Grandpa got in the car, and he gave us all a dime to put in the Sunday school
That's
offering.
cute. I love it.
And he
You
said,
too?
you really don't need to mention this to Grandma, because she's kind of tight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
That's so cute.
So I was kind of amazed. I think Jean's got the one. It's not sentimental or gushy, but the old lady really, really mourned her husband's death and really missed him when she was gone. So it's all yours to take a look. I'd like to probably give these things particularly, I don't know about the
Let me
picture
just say one
here.
thing I remember about her.
Huh?
She made the boxes of clothes for your children. She made
Yeah.
your underpants, your underwear.
Yes, she did.
I didn't know there was a front and back to panties till I was a teenager. Because Grandma always
I
made
didn't make that
bloomers.
sometimes myself.
There
Grandma
is.
always made.
It is?
Okay, so you all could rummage through there. I think
Yeah.
these would be, and if you want to take
I see 19.
if you want to take a souvenir home,
This is 51.
just be sure to pass it by both of us. Huh?
I want to see that big picture.
The big picture.
Or the pretty leaves.
Yeah,
You know, Rochelle, I think,
I,
like,
Joel,
in
how old
Proverbs,
is this Bible?
it says, you know,
I've been looking for a date for like a marriage or something.
Then I looked for a date, and I don't know, but the guy who redid it, he almost cried, he said, I love those words. Yeah, it's been restored.
See that? You say that's your great grandmother?
I love your concept of story.
Yeah.
Keep us posted.
Yeah.
On the summer.
Okay, so I gotta ask you this. So mom,
Rochelle?
Mary,
We gotta go.
okay. For coming. Bye, Ellen.
Good to see you, bud. How's your health? Tell the gang over there hi. Okay.
So it's Mary, we know that for sure. Do you know the spelling? Because we've seen it both ways.
Thank you for all your.
You're welcome. Thanks for coming and sharing your story.
Good.
That's why I told
Okay,
you.
girl, we'll see you.
Love you.
Thanks for everything you do.
You are welcome.
I know it was hard work, but I know you enjoyed it.
Yeah, exactly, right.
You're making me feel guilty.
Here's
Good seeing you, Harlan. Good to see you.
this is that Roger Williams that we took and put all the names that were in here in that. That's where we got all that, so you probably have that, and then the rest of this is
Thank you. Thank you for lunch. Ruby, thank you for lunch. Whoever is cooking.
You guys have a great day tomorrow.
Jean, take care.
Bye, Lauren, thank you for coming.
Okay.
I was so
See ya.
excited.
Okay, so that was from the.
Yeah.
I didn't know, but you
Okay.
did.
That's awesome.
Ready to lay you guys.
Chill, put your feet up.
Jane, take care, man. Good seeing you.
Okay.
Thank you, thank you.
Well, can
See you,
I
man.
get you a check later then? Take care.
You know our Dora?
See you, man.
I'm a little ways away, so
Same way.
leaving
So
right
is
away.
our phone. You know what, you're right down the street.
Take
No, no,
care.
it's all right.
It'd probably take us a couple.
Oh,
Oh, take it.
oh, uh-huh.
We'll to get it all scanned in.
All right. Well,
Not
that's
to
good.
read through it and everything, but just get
Okay.
it scanned in and be able to get it back to you.
Because I think most of those little clips are
Well,
obituary.
Yes, that will be wonderful.
well,
Far as I
yeah,
know,
the scrap,
Michelle,
yeah.
we'd like to
The
take
daughter
everything
or
and-
Jordan Hamagal.
But get it back
Is
to
it more like daughter with a Y? See, it's
I hope the
DORGHATTY,
kids will
Yeah.
want these.
or neither.
Okay,
They
See,
will.
look at that.
all right, we'll get with you later then.
And tell me her twin sister's
Okay,
name again.
how much do I owe you?
Because that in and of itself might be possibly where the mom is.
Yeah, I think they.
All right,
Yeah.
Jewel.
Yeah. So that's
Okay.
helpful. Okay. Well, we'll do some
all right,
research.
good enough,
In
we'll
fact,
see
we've
that.
got
See where this
her
ends?
writing on that, I think, somewhere.
Well, I have a list to,
This begins.
and
This is what I was
Right there.
the Shawnee Cherokee roll.
Yeah.
That,
Yeah,
yeah,
they say her name
anything
was-
like that would be so helpful.
Eliza
That's because
Murphy.
we're kind of stuck on that line. Because, you know, the Native Americans, they didn't write a lot down. They would just pass it down from generation to generation. But I understand there are some genealogists now that have written a lot of it down. They've taken the verbal and have written a lot of it down. So hopefully
Oh, yeah?
We didn't expect to do it, but they
Do you want these that don't have any
There's nothing
Yeah.
much
names
of
on the back?
Yeah, because if we could end up matching them
Where's
up,
that
that'd
box,
be
where's
great.
that box,
Make
Joe?
the bridge.
Let's just
I wanna sign those
put
books.
some
Yes.
dates in
For
there.
all the
Yes,
old
and
stuff,
I'll
all
get you
the-
some.
Let's treat the stuff crossways and. put-
Rochelle, let me show you this.
I'll take my stuff out.
I still need to make a copy of that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of work there, I appreciate it.
See where this ends with John?
See, look at that, yeah.
This begins.
That was,
Yeah, it's a different spelling though,
my
isn't it?
grandma,
grandma
your
played.
great-grandma.
But see, that's what we need. I'm sure it's
Well,
probably
now,
the same
here-
one, like maybe.
Here, another one.
Yes,
Eliza
and we got
Buick.
it,
Yeah.
Buick, but it was spelled left.
This is murder, the same version.
I don't know. Yeah.
Here's an Elizabeth.
Yeah.
Okay, wait a minute. That might be who that is.
Yeah, these usually
And I'll sign it.
Well,
I
she
think
went
when
up
I
to
looked back on
the
my this brain in my bedroom.
I got my
Now I said
dad's,
that's not.
discharge
Yeah.
deal, and it's
You
about
know, that
like
gets tricky when
Fro
people
by
name
Fro,
them, their
with
kids
his
after,
picture
you
right in the
know,
middle,
and you get
and
all
Moses
that,
deal.
so.
But here they show this
Picture right in the middle.
Hyman.
Yeah, and you know what, though, that's common to find a different
Or
spelling,
your-
because when they came over to America, they changed spellings. That's
Yeah.
very, very common.
Very common.
Could this be,
No, well, I don't know what he was.
Things
could
are
this
not
be
like
the same
precious, like
individual?
even. I bet that it's somewhere. Like Cody's death certificate, interstate, it's just a, I mean, it's all over, it's just so, is this one, yeah,
This
this
is
one
my
I've got,
file.
yeah, but I've got that, exactly.
Well, I would
You got a
think
copy?
I've got a copy of that.
Told me lots
Yeah,
of
so,
stories.
but that, we haven't put in, yeah, we haven't put this packet in yet.
okay,
He fled.
anything of mine you need? Go
Yes,
ahead
I
and
need to go
take
make
it.
a few more
That's
copies.
been a
Go
while.
through it.
Okay.
Probably just a little
Look,
bit.
look at the back
I
of it.
thought that he probably went to America.
Oh,
goodness.
On
Goes
your,
back
on
forward.
your file,
Is that them?
do you have any information whatsoever?
No.
This must go over here.
Yeah, we'll just put it all
So,
there.
do you want this,
May have
Renee?
lived.
Well,
This is a couple of the
Room
packets, so this is the one.
Oh, I bet you that you learn
But again,
anything.
that's all been, we brought that now, yeah, that's just for your
Sure,
own.
interesting.
You want a copy of this at all?
that's the one.
Yes, I need to copy that one, let me take
And,
that,
I think-
copy that one, but that one, see, I've got.
Oh,
You
Oh,
understand.
there's kind of a packet, oh, Scott.
Her dad, yeah, Owen Tracy. Owen Tracy, we only have the name, and he was over 100 years old.
And I made a photocopy of this front page.
Oh,
And he was
it has
so-
some,
he was
yes, it
built.
was so, they did in family Bibles, would do family history.
Oh, I know.
A lot.
Yeah, well, I don't
He
think
didn't
it
have
was
a family.
family history.
Right, but in, I bet in an older, you know, maybe her mom's or her grandma's.
There, that's the copy that I can tell.
Will be interesting.
I remember,
Yeah.